Okay, today we will be showcasing the uh, App Studio, which is the case study of recruiting management. So this is the one of the example of the cases for the already existing complete e-office system. Okay, so first we will like to go to their recruiting management. So we can see that in here there's a differences between a complete e-office which is already in use as a company lah. Okay, so let's say we got HR, right? We got some shift management, we got some lift. So today we will focus on the recruiting management. So you can see that in this menu, this recruiting management, actually all of this is being created using the App Studio. Okay, so we will be further explain how does it created and what will it work. Because in this case study, our main goals is to showcase that what the App Studio can we create on, and what is the function that it can be used on. Okay, so let's say we go to the setting, right? So we wanna check out each of the menu first. Like this recruiting management, you can see it's customized, which is being created using the App Studio. Okay, so in recruiting management, we got recruit list, we got recruitment approval, we got job application, we got staffing, we got resume screen, we got interview management, got onboarding. Okay, so each of these, they are all linked to the, you can see that through the modeling. So all of these are being linked to the App Studios. Okay, like this one, there's a linkage between the workflow as well, and interview, they got modeling as well, which is all comes from the App Studio. So now go to the App Studio. In here, the main thing is this one, recruitment management modeling. Okay, so we click in. The first thing that we create, one of the things that we create is the onboarding management. Okay, so in the onboarding management, this is the form design. Here is the list design. Okay, so the main thing is five of these are similar. There might be some differences when comes to the what we call the form design of here, or maybe some least few difference. Okay, but overall majority of it is similar. So we will go to recruitment management to showcase how it works. Okay, so after you create such different app in here, right? So we can see that in recruit list, there's different lists that being uploaded, being listed in here. So how does it come from? Now, normally if you can see this list, you also can manually add in by using the upper right hand side of here. Okay, this is one of the shortcut, but normally as a normal employee, most of us will use the workflow. We use workflow, right? And then we go to initial workflow. So uh, we find our what we call workflow that we want to apply with, like let's say recruitment application. So all of here, we got some Chinese word in, some Chinese workflow as well. So today we will focus on showcasing the English point. Okay, so let's say this one. This is the recruiting form. Okay, so some of the Chinese I didn't translate. I didn't change it in the form design yet, but after you change it like this one and here, right, you can change it to English so that this whole page will be performed in the English version. But this is not the main point. So today we will be showcasing, like, let's say test 2. I wanna have a program manager, right? Test 2 program manager. What is the hiring number? Let's say I wanna hire 5. And then the onboarding date, let's say I'm gonna give it April, 1st of April. Okay. And then the salary range may be like 10K to 20K. And then the education degree, work experience, let's say 5 years and above, something like this. Then job responsibility. You can give some job responsibility, and for now I just put in details is job responsibility, something like this. Okay, and then for the recruitment require as well, gives require experience in finance banking industry. Alright, something like this. Then maybe you can upload some files. Mm, let's say this one. Okay. After that, just click on submit. So after we click on submit, you can put the rate. Okay, confirm. So I put myself as the operator. So now I'm gonna process it first. You need to wait until the process being end for this workflow. Is you need to wait for the process until the end. After all the process is being passed and approved, therefore it will show in the onboarding management list. Okay, so for now we will just give it a approval. Okay. Then another one, give it a approval as well. Another one. So normally all of this reviewer and approval will be done by specific positions or the person that is responsible and in charge lah. So for now I will demonstrate in my perspective so that you can know if you are a approver or reviewer what you must done during this process to let it show in the studio uh, the list page. Okay, so now this is the last one, right? So we were gonna end the workflow. So keep in mind, after we end the workflow, what it happens is now we go to the recruit list. Okay, we go to this recruit list. You can see that test 2 program manager. This is the one that the workflow that we submit, and then after it pass and get the approve from few of the approval, then after all of the workflow is being processed and then end, then it will show on in here as a record, so that the person that is in charge and has the authority, the permission to view this recruitment management list can see what is the workflow that being approved by the submission. So you can view from here and check it out. Okay, so it's also this one. If you as a user of this one, you can also manually create on here, like numbers of hires. Maybe I want to hire 10 job opening. Test 3. I want to test like normal stuff, right? Then salary range 5k to 5k to 6k. Okay, something like that. Then the start date maybe next month. Monday. Job responsibility, job, maybe something like this. Requirements. Okay. Then we click on save. So it's also being submitted. But the difference is because D is in the App Studio, right? And then we doesn't set any workflow process behind the App Studio this creation. Therefore, if you manually add in the list in here, it will straight up updated in the list. Instead of you still need to process of the 4 or 5 the reviewer or the approver. Okay, so there's a difference between you process it using the normal way, which is the workflow, or as a top management, you maybe wanna manually add one more list into the one more row into the list page, right? So you can manually add it in here. Okay, so normally we will suggest people to submit the workflow by using the normal way, which is to get the approval from different types of like managers, directors of those stuff for the actual process instead of using the shortcut way. So people, we can also remove this in the form design as well. Okay, so the next one is the recruitment approval. So in this recruitment approval, you can see that there's some uh, workflow that's being submitted right here, but it hasn't yet being approved and being the workflow is being ended properly. So it will still remain the same, which is stays in this page, recruitment approval, until all of the processes being processed, approved, and being finished. So how do we show is like this one, right? You can click on submit, then you can see that submit failure because the form there's are not being filled up. So you can click in it and then check who is the one that being the one like this one approved. Okay, then click on submit. Right, then it's being submitted. Then being submitted, and then it will be processed to the other person as well. Okay, so for this one, job application, this is the uh, workflow. It's being linked to the workflow, but being put in here for more like a convenient things. Okay, so you click in here, it will show this form design page, right, for applications, or uh, normally employee can also find it in the workflow page, initial workflow, and then you can go to the recruitment application. It's the same. So you can see that there doesn't have a difference between them because one of it is being straight up pulled into the App Studio's menu showcasting, while another one is created using the workflow design. So it's just the same so that the employee can find the workflow applications more easier. Okay. So this is the one that just now we input all of the details into the workflow and then being submitted. And then the next one is like the staffing. So for this staffing, right, you can say that there's department, customer service, number of staff, actual number of people, what is the job category. So this one, you can also edit manually from the right hand side. here. You can also go, or you can for this staffing. Yep, it's right here, and we can see that there's different drop down bars, all these things, position, number of staff, right? So for this one, you can see that it's more related to the jobs transfer, but it does have some difference because jobs transfer is not directly meaning of the staffing. So I just showing some example as well. So for the staffing, right, it's being created in App Studio, in module recruitment. So there's a staff management right here. So this is the one. So in the staffing, you can see that there's a job category, right? This is the job category, and then there's the option that being created in there, so that you can add add the staffing list into the recruitment management list for recording and for further utilization. Okay, and the another one is the resume screening. So for this resume screening, right, you can view. Okay, so this is not the main purpose, but what it used to be is workflow. Then we go to initial workflow. Let's say we wanna submit the workflow, right? There's a is there any resume? Need to find a resume. So at here, that doesn't have resume, but we got resignation application. So for resume, you can request it like in these cases. This case of this company is using this intern view management and the resume screening to do a recording of specific applicants that being submitted their resume, right? So let's say who let's say Jackson, he already given a PDF of his resume to the HR. So me as a HR, I'm gonna add this person's resume into here as a recording for further background checking, right? So this is Jackson, and then the position apply for maybe like business analyst. Okay, then what is the talent resource that is submitted from? Maybe like job hum. Okay, and then his gender is male. What is the job fit in after our background screening? Let's say I think more suggest to business this or this, right? Something like this. Then the highest education qualification is maybe Jackson already taken his degree. Then any work experience, let's say he has one. Then his resume classification should be proactively submit. Then you can put in his resume PDF as well. Where is it? Let's say this one. Okay. Then you click on save. So now his resume is being submitted and recorded in here for further view. Okay. This is how you record it as well. And then we got the interview management as well. So for this interview management, it is used to record down what is the status of each applicant. Like this one, okay. This Chinese word is Wang Xiaojing. So for example, Wang Xiaojing has a interview position of a HR management manager, right? So you can see that its interview status of here, like pending interview, and then any results and here. And then if you want to change the results, interview results, you can just directly edit and change it from none to reject or to be terminated, something like this. And then maybe pending interview, approve, something like this. Okay, and then click on submit. So this is the interview management. And we also got for the interview management, and then on the top right corner there's a visualization for each of these left hand side menus page, listing page. Okay, so each of it has different types of fields and different types of visualization that can be used on. Like, let's say I want to find the applicants, maybe. mm, oh, we got a, let's say, system admin. Okay, I'm gonna filter it out, system admin. So after that, I click submit. I will filter out the applicants that is from system admin. So this is how you use the visualization, and you can remove all, or you can export it out. Okay, this is the field that exists in this page list, and if you export it out, you can hold for a while, and then we can check it out. Okay. So this is the data, that Excel data that being exported out. So you can see that it's also being arranged nicely. Okay, and different fields has its different contents in it. So for you to better view on it, maybe if the top management or maybe data analyst of the company wanna have a data of these informations, so you can just export it out and then give it to the uh, specific departments. Okay. So for the onboarding management, we got the same page list as well. So here as well, you can go to like workflow, right? Initiate your workflow, then you find we got recruiting, resignation over time request, business trip, maybe like position transfer, right? So you can find whatever that when the company wanna have App Studios page listing in that includes in the left hand sides of the app, so it can link to the workflow as well, like just now the job applications, right? Recruiting applications, resume screening. If we create a workflow right here, so people can also just click on the workflow and then submit the resume from here, and then linked the information is being linked and then then updated in the App Studio right here as well. Okay, so for the onboarding management, you can input your specific, like you as a new employee, you got different kinds of information that need to be updated and then need to be input before you start your work, start your job. So this is one of the things that after uh, you provide your information, your password, your bank number to the HR. The HR will need to input it in the specific recording page list like this one, so that when in future there might be a opportunity to find it easier using here. Okay, you can see that they got mobile numbers, got your email address, got your date of birth. So when opportunity comes and then HR wanna search for your names, here's the way that like this. Okay, like this person, right? Let's say you are this person. Then one day HR wanna find that what is your contact number? So he just need to type in your name, then give it a search. Then here you can find your contact number to contact you, or maybe your ID number, maybe your date of birth. Okay, this is how App Studio can be a meaningful things to create modules for the HR management and for their recruitment process and their management. Okay, this is to provide a better convenient and then for faster way to reach it out and then open the list to find the prioritization of the exact like date and time or different applicants or maybe different users that might need the attention. Okay, so this is case studies of the recruitment management.